As an economist, I'm sure you'll agree about the importance of availability of adequate data from the ground up for informed policy making. Now, two issues here with data in this country. One, are we having enough ground level data that is thrown up for policymakers to research and analyze and frame their policies? A, and B, with the existing data that we have, how dependable are these? Are they constructed well? Do they throw misleading conclusions to us? I don't want to talk in an abstract manner. I'll give you examples. Like the household consumption expenditure survey. We had one 2 months ago. The one before that was 11 years ago. Right? And similarly with IIP and CPI, the base is 2011, 2012, and the economy has moved forward tremendously from then. And some of the items of consumption measured in the CPI basket are redundant. And some of the most important ones like data consumption, for instance, it's not included there.
No, I look, as an issue, it is important. And most of the time, these are revised at an interval in different countries, of interval of 5 years and 7 years or 3 years and so on, depending on the country you choose to look at. And Ministry of Statistics is working on, and some of these indicators, some come from Ministry of Labor, some come Ministry of Commerce, and some are compiled by the Ministry of Statistics. And they are working on, for example, we kind of tend to overlook the fact that the pandemic came in the way of updating many of these things. And I think there is therefore there was a Tamil film called Naduvula Konjam Pakkatha Kaanum Appadinu. So there was this Naduvula Konjam Pakkatha Kaanum, the 2 years. So I think you have to recognize that. I think so. In the course of 2024 and 2025, you are going to see many of these indices that you mentioned getting updated. If anything, I would say the fact that they are not at the moment fully updated to reflect current consumption trends or current new products and innovations that have happened, smartphones being part of the IIP, etc. If anything, we are not overstating the numbers. They probably are under measuring the economic activity. But these improvements are underway. I'm aware that the ministry is working on it, and soon we will see updated indices, whether it is GDP or CPI or IIP, etc.
Actually, under-mentioning is as much a risk as
absolutely. I agree.
If the RBI is going to frame its interest rate policy based on
the fact that you think the economy is under... But no, that is true. But there are other indicators that are available. So RBI does its own forward-looking surveys. Every 2 months when they hold the monetary policy meeting, you see on the morning of the meeting or the day before, you see these various forward-looking surveys being updated. They have one on services and infrastructure, one on capacity utilization. So they do get both qualitative and quantitative parameters to match each other. And they also have a conversation with the industrialists, and they have so there are ways to supplement the information from the quantitative side with the qualitative side as well. And I think we should also invest a lot more in using GST, FASTag data, etc. to be able to get macro trends out of them. I think going forward, I think surveys which we conduct at regular periodicity, like 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, they should become less important, because these data should provide you the macro update on a much more regular basis instead of having to do surveys at some selected periodic intervals.
Yeah.